So you've decided you've had enough of the corporate world and are venturing out into the world of entrepreneurship. Fantastic! So where do you begin? This could be very new territory for you if you've never run a business before. I'm happy to say that I have worked with many clients who have ventured out into the business world just like what you're about to do. And I have been overjoyed at seeing their success and how fast they've been able to achieve it. They understand that creating a business is not a simple matter of hanging an "I'm open for business" sign up on Facebook and hoping that people will notice. So to help you get going with your best foot forward in today's episode of Your Business Edge, AMPLiFY Marketing for Small Businesses, I'm going to share with you 6 steps to help you get started in a way that will position you like a pro right from the start, preventing you from wasting and making costly mistakes along the way. So the first step is to have a firm understanding of your business goals, your offerings, and its objectives. Now this might seem like an obvious first step, but sometimes when we're starting out, it isn't all that clear on what our business plan should be. This is a time when you might want to consider hiring a business coach or mentor who can help you with that clarification process before you move on to the other steps. And part of this understanding process is understanding what your USP is, your unique selling proposition. What will set you apart from your competitors? It's important to know that right from the beginning. And you should also have at least a preliminary marketing plan in place. There are several questions that you should be asking yourself to help you set the stage in a way that you know what roadmap needs to be created in order to get your business off the ground. So one of those questions is, why have a website to begin with? Again, it's not all that obvious of an answer. Think about it. Why do you really need a website? What do you want it to achieve? How are you going to consistently drive traffic to that website once it's been built? Are you going to use list building marketing methods to get people into your database and nurture that know, like, and trust factor with them? And if so, what will your free giveaway be to get them into that database to begin with? So as you can see, all of these things do require a lot of effort, a lot of thought, a lot of strategy. And as you know, it's hard for one person to know all of the answers to all of these kinds of questions. So think about the kind of team, the kind of skill sets that you need to have in place to help you with these kinds of questions. And so once you have your marketing plan in place, your business plan in place, the next vital component of what you need to do is to determine who it is that you want to work with. Knowing who your ideal client is very important. You can't appeal to everyone with your marketing message. The more clear you are on who you want to work with, the more targeted your marketing message can be towards that specific group of people. You're speaking their language and addressing the needs and challenges more specifically of what they are looking for. And then this insight will help you determine what your brand positioning will be. Which leads us to step number 3, which is creating a compelling brand design. Before setting up any kind of a website presence, it's important to have your brand design in place first. Start with a logo, which will set the stage for all of your brand imagery. Hire a professional graphic designer who understands brand positioning. I can't emphasize this enough. When done by a pro, the choice of colors and fonts and brand imagery are done at a strategic level that will attract the right people to your business. And so now that you have your logo created and your brand assets and your brand imagery in place, now is the time to think about your website. And the first thing I want to caution you with is not to overthink what you need. First, set a reasonable budget towards your website. Keep in mind that cheap will get you what you paid for. So anything under $2,000 is probably going to end up being a bit of a waste of money. But you shouldn't be paying tens of thousands of dollars either, unless you are planning on getting out there on a grand scale right off the bat. So talk with a professional web developer about the kind of website that you need. What functionality do you need to have in place? But make sure that you're talking to somebody who actually knows all of the different options that you have available to you, instead of somebody who will only present to you the one option that they're familiar with and want to sell you on. And hire a web developer who actually understands the web environment. Despite what you see on social media and what your neighbor has told you, the web environment is actually a very complex place. And if your website is not done properly, it's going to cost you endless frustration, time, and money. Website development actually includes knowledge and skills in many different areas, such as back-end programming to be able to problem solve any issues that might come up. Knowing how to install a pre-created WordPress theme does not make a professional website developer. If all they can do is use a drag and drop WYSIWYG editor theme and install a dozen plugins to accommodate your needs, this is not somebody who understands the web environment. It is not an ideal web person for your team. They should also have a true understanding of SEO, search engine optimization, and how important it is to have a fully SEO optimized website, not just from keywords perspective, but how it's been built and many other factors that go into play when building a website that is SEO optimized. And of course, having an SEO optimized website will drive more organic traffic to your website, which is what you want. And then there's the branding and marketing. It's rare when a single person knows not only the technical part of building a website, but also the design, the marketing, and the branding that comes into play as well. Hiring a marketing agency who has website designers as well as copywriters and SEO specialists and website developers and programmers on their team that specializes in each of these areas gives you the best of all worlds. And one of those things that is very important is the copywriting component. So step number 5 is writing compelling copy on your website. This copy needs to be compelling in order to attract your ideal client and resonate with the right people at the right time when they go to your website. We want them to make sure that they feel that they have landed in the right place and that you are the perfect person to help them with their needs. But unless you have copywriting or a marketing background, it's very tough to actually write that kind of compelling copy. It's not as easy as it sounds. The psychology involved in getting to the emotional component of how copywriting needs to be does take a skill set. And of course, if that copy isn't written properly, then you're not going to get the conversions on your website that you're hoping for. So hiring a professional copywriter or marketer could be considered an expense, but instead think of it as a business investment that will help get you qualified leads to your website right away. And then step number 6 is not abandoning your website after it's been built. This is one of the biggest mistakes I see entrepreneurs and small business owners make. They feel that once they have this beautiful professional looking website up and running, that they can just sit back and watch all of the leads pour in. But unfortunately, that is not the case. So here is where your marketing plan needs to kick in into full gear. You need to think about considering using marketing techniques such as SEM, which is search engine marketing. That's using Google ads and Yahoo ads and Bing ads. Those will drive direct traffic straight to your website from people who are looking for your type of offering. It also includes social media marketing, both organic and paid. So Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, Twitter ads, wherever your target market is going to be, there should be advertising going on. And then your organic efforts can also be in place to help you build that know, like, and trust factor with your potential clients so that they will get to know that you are an industry leader and that you are somebody that they can trust and do business with. And then, of course, there's also the SEO component of your website. SEO doesn't just end with adding in some keywords to your title tags. There's an ongoing effort that can be in place to get your website out into the world so that more people will know about it and expand your brand reach, which is what you want to have happen so that more of your ideal target market will know about you. So as you can see, there's a lot of planning and skill set that needs to go into your website. It's important to treat it as a big investment in your business because it's working on your behalf 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. How you come across to your website visitors could make or break the success of your business. If your brand positioning hasn't been done in a way that will attract your ideal clients, they could come to your website and within 10 seconds have made that impression that you are not a good fit, and they will leave and then go to your competitors. So if you have any questions at all about what it takes to create a professional brand presence and a website to match that will favor your business goals, let's talk. I will be happy to discuss your needs with you over a free 30-minute consultation. You can find us at www.evisionmedia.ca. And that's it for today's Business Edge. Please leave a comment below. Share this video if you think other people will find it of value. And I so appreciate you tuning in. I'll talk to you next time. Bye for now.